Have you ever sat down in your favorite chair, only to feel like getting back up takes just a little more effort than it used to? Maybe your knees feel stiff, or your legs feel a bit weaker. Even though you haven't done anything wrong, it's easy to brush it off. After all, sitting is supposed to be restful. But what if I told you, the way you've been sitting, yes, even in your comfiest spot, might be slowly draining strength from your legs, and not just from aging, but because of a habit that seems completely harmless. In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 ways seniors commonly sit or stay still that could quietly shrink leg muscles over time. And more importantly, what you can do to stop it, without giving up comfort or independence. Let's start with something almost everyone does without thinking: the long, deep sit. You know the one. You settle in on the couch after a walk, or after breakfast, and suddenly an hour or 2 has passed. You barely moved, and it felt great, until you stood up. Here's the thing. The problem isn't that you sat, it's how long you stayed there. Studies show that just 2 hours of sitting without moving much can reduce blood flow in the legs, and limit how well your muscles get oxygen. Over time, that makes muscles weaker, especially the ones that help you balance and walk. And for seniors, that effect happens faster. You might start noticing it in subtle ways, needing to push harder with your arms to stand up, or feeling unsteady during the first few steps. But the fix? It's surprisingly simple. Even standing up for 60 seconds every 30 to 45 minutes can help wake up those leg muscles and improve circulation. You don't have to power walk across the room, just break the spell of stillness. Because it's not the sitting that harms you, it's the never getting up. Now here's another one that's even sneakier: the tuck-under posture. It usually happens when you sink into a soft chair or lean forward on a low seat. Your knees rise higher than your hips, and your legs end up tightly bent beneath you. It might feel cozy at first, especially if you like curling up, but staying in this position too long reduces how much your thigh and glute muscles are being used. Think of it like turning the volume way down on your leg muscles. They're not firing, not engaging, and not supporting your weight at all. Over time, this can lead to what doctors call disuse atrophy, where muscles start to shrink from lack of use. And because older adults naturally lose muscle faster with age, this kind of hidden inactivity can speed things up without you even noticing. You may not feel pain, but you might notice more stiffness after sitting, or a slight wobble when you first stand up. So what can you do instead? Try to sit with your hips level 2 or slightly higher than your knees. If the seat's too low, add a cushion. And avoid crossing your legs for too long, especially if one leg gets numb or heavy afterward. Keeping your legs in a more neutral, relaxed position encourages small stabilizing muscles to stay active. Now this next one, it's a classic: the TV trance. You sit down to watch a show, then another, maybe the news, then dinner. Before you know it, 3 or 4 hours have passed in the same spot. This kind of long-term stillness may sound harmless, but the research says otherwise. Even healthy adults can lose measurable muscle strength in their legs after just 5 days of extreme sitting or bed rest. For older adults, the effect can be even faster, especially in the quadriceps, the big muscles in the front of your thighs that help you rise from a chair or catch yourself if you trip. Losing strength there is one of the leading causes of falls and reduced mobility in people over 60. You may not notice it all at once. It shows up slowly, when you avoid stairs more often, or lean harder on your walker, or feel winded just getting out to the mailbox. But the solution doesn't mean giving up your shows. Keep a small bottle of water nearby and challenge yourself to stand up every commercial break. Or keep a chair near the wall so you can do 3 gentle sit-to stands during scene changes. These tiny bursts of activity tell your muscles, "I still need you," and your body will listen. And this next one? Well, it might surprise even your doctor, because it's something we've all been told to do for good posture. But depending on how long you hold it, it could be doing the opposite for your legs. You've probably heard it said 100 times. Sit up straight. Keep your back straight. Shoulders back. And of course, good posture matters. But what no one tells you is that holding yourself in a perfect upright position for too long, especially without support, can actually exhaust your body. This posture takes constant effort from your back, hips, and even your thighs. Over time, if you're not moving, your leg muscles aren't getting any real work, just pressure. It's kind of like flexing your arm and holding it up for an hour. You're not lifting anything, but it still tires you out and doesn't build strength. Eventually, your muscles stop firing efficiently. That's when weakness creeps in. The result: you might find your back sore, your legs shaky, and your energy drained, all while thinking you were doing the right thing. There's no shame in this. You were just trying to follow advice. But instead of holding a perfect posture, try supporting yourself with a small cushion behind your lower back. Let your hips relax and your legs rest gently in front of you. You're not giving up posture, you're allowing your muscles to work the way they're meant to, through movement, not stillness. Now, let's talk about something else that seems harmless, but can cause real trouble over time. The foot tuck. It happens when you sit in a chair and tuck your feet under or behind you. Maybe you rest them on the base of the chair, or even wrap them around a leg. Feels normal, natural, like something you've done for decades. But here's what's happening behind the scenes. When your feet are behind you, your knees are constantly flexed. That means the front of your thighs and, especially your hamstrings, are being compressed for long stretches. Not only does that reduce blood flow to your legs, it also places your muscles in a shortened position. Over time, those muscles can actually tighten and shrink, not because of damage, but because your body adapts to staying that way. You might notice it when you try to take a long stride, or when bending your knees feels stiff, even painful. And if balance is already an issue, tight hamstrings can make falls more likely. The fix is gentle and doable. When you sit, try to keep your feet flat on the floor. If your chair is too high, place a low stool or a firm book beneath your feet, so your legs can rest in a natural 90-degree angle. And once in a while, stretch your legs out. Roll your ankles, wiggle your toes. Little movements keep muscles alert and blood flowing strong. Now, here's a big one, and it's more about routine than posture. The after-lunch slump. It makes sense, right? You finish your meal, feel a little full, a little drowsy, and you sit. Maybe on the couch, maybe in a recliner. Sometimes you even drift off. But what many people don't realize is that sitting down immediately after a meal and staying there can reduce blood circulation to your lower body. Your digestion draws blood to your core, which means less oxygen and nutrients reach your legs at that moment. And if you stay seated too long, your muscles get even less than usual. Over weeks and months, that can gradually erode strength. And that post-meal fatigue. It may not be age, it may be your muscles saying, "I'm running on empty down here." Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't rest after a meal, but try standing for a few minutes before sitting. Wash a few dishes, water a plant. Even a few steps makes a difference. It's a gentle signal to your muscles. Stay alive, stay active, stay ready. And finally, this last one is surprisingly common in seniors who use walkers, recliners, or have limited mobility. It's the back-to-back sitting pattern. You wake up, sit down with your coffee. Later, you sit again for breakfast. Then a few minutes pass, and you're sitting to read or watch the news. Before lunch, you're in the recliner again. Each stretch doesn't feel long, but because they come one after the other, your body never really gets the reset it needs. This kind of low-level, consistent inactivity is one of the biggest hidden threats to leg strength in older adults. Why? Because the muscles never get their turn. They're always off duty. And since aging already makes muscles more sensitive to disuse, the good news? You can reverse this pattern. Start by placing short movement anchors into your day. When the kettle boils, stand up. After reading a chapter, do 5 leg raises. During phone calls, pace gently in place. It's not about sweating or pushing hard. It's about telling your legs, you still matter, because they do. And now that you know what to watch out for, let's talk about what can actually help. What movements restore leg strength? What tiny habits preserve your independence? And what easy changes you can make starting today? Now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about what to start doing. Because your legs, they're not worn out. They're just waiting for the right kind of attention. Let's start with something small, but powerful. Movement breaks. Every 30 to 45 minutes, try to stand up even just for a minute. You don't have to walk laps. Just shift your weight, stretch your legs, roll your ankles. These short breaks remind your muscles to stay awake. It's like pressing refresh on your circulation. One way to remember: set a soft chime on your phone or oven timer. Or use natural cues when the commercial starts, when the microwave beeps, when the mail comes. Your legs don't need punishment. They just need permission to move. Next, try this simple leg strengthener. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. Hold the back lightly for support. Then slowly bend your knees like you're sitting down, then stand back up. That's a chair squat. And it's one of the best exercises for maintaining leg strength. No equipment, no pressure. Just gentle resistance, using your own body weight. Do 5 to 10 a day, or just a few, scattered throughout the day. That's all it takes to send the message: these muscles are still in use. And here's another powerful one: leg extensions. While sitting upright, straighten one leg slowly and hold for a few seconds. Then lower it. Switch legs. Repeat. This simple movement improves strength in your quadriceps. Those are the big muscles that help you stand, climb stairs, and avoid falls. No pain, no gym. Just mindful motion. Now, let's talk about circulation. When we sit too long, blood flow to our legs slows down. That's why your feet might feel cold or your calves get stiff. To counter this, elevate your legs gently once or twice a day, especially after standing or walking. A footstool or a few pillows work just fine. It gives your veins a break and helps move fluid back toward your heart. Good circulation helps keep muscles nourished and legs feeling lighter. But remember, elevation is a supplement, not a substitute for standing. Balance both and your legs will thank you. And here's something you might not expect. Many older adults aren't getting quite enough especially in the morning. Your muscles need protein to rebuild. And when you're older, you actually need a little more to maintain what you already have. Try adding a boiled egg, Greek yogurt, or nut butter on toast with breakfast. Even a handful of almonds can make a difference. Small boosts of protein throughout the day help your muscles repair and grow stronger, especially when paired with light movement. And most of all, give yourself grace. If you've been sitting more lately, or if your legs feel weaker than they used to, that's okay. This isn't about guilt. It's about noticing what your body is asking for and gently answering back, because your legs haven't given up on you. They just need the right signal to reawaken. And that starts today with a choice as small as standing up for 60 seconds. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, was there one habit that caught you off guard? Maybe something you've been doing for years without realizing the impact. And if you found this helpful, subscribe for more simple ways to stay strong, steady, and confident at any age. There's so much life left in your legs. Let's keep them moving, because your independence is carried by your legs. Protect them wisely.